called the church, the ecclesia, is the culture of the impartation. It's to keep it in climate control. We can't break the order. We can't break the ranks and think God's going to honor our rebellion. You get what I'm saying? Because our rebellion will neglect the gift of God too. So if we're going to really fully benefit from the impartation, if we're going to fully not only benefit from the impartation on a how to say it, on a one-on-one, on an individual level, if we're going to benefit it holistically in a community, there has to be some things and some checks and balances, and the checks and balances exist in and from community, relationships, mentor and mentees. You get what I'm saying? It's not necessarily all just, I got to find me a spiritual daddy, I got to rent a daddy. It ain't all about that. You know what I'm saying? There's some folks that rent daddies. They can't, like, that's why I put in the group with Don Hughes, Apostle Don Hughes talking about, and who else? I think it's Michael Frame. And we're talking about it and discussing it and all the different things that happen. And when I talked about it a long time ago, about out of 2 Kings 4, we talked about how the sons of the prophets was mocking Elisha, about he's about to be a bald head. Said, you know what I'm saying? And talking about you getting ready to have no covering. That's what he was telling them. He's getting ready to be taken away. In other words, you're not going to have a relationship anymore. You're not going to be able to tap into the well no more. You're not going to be able to understand that the counsel in man is the deep waters. Proverbs 2, let's go to Proverbs 20 and 5. This is powerful. Because we become wells without water, or clouds without water. And most of those that Peter was talking about and Jude was talking about was people who were stepping outside of covenant. Because Jude talked about love feasts. Remember, he was talking about love feasts. That's how he was able to expose Balaam and Korah and Cain. It was in the context of community. Am I right, y'all? Help me out. Y'all know y'all right? Y'all don't know what Jude, the book of Jude is right in front of the book of Revelation? Oh, Lord, help us. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water. But a man of understanding will draw it out. That's what I've been doing. I've been giving y'all understanding. How to make a withdrawal on the deposit. Deep waters has to do with the anointing. Has to do with the glory of God. Has to do with what a man or woman of God has spent all their lifetime on cultivating and nurturing. You get what I'm saying? Dimensions of God's grace. Learning how to hear from the Spirit of God. Learning to be sensitive to the Spirit of God. All of that is deep water. And it's all the counsel is in the heart of God's vessels. And you can't make a withdrawal without understanding. That's why people don't grow, because they lack understanding. And all you get understanding. What did not Peter, what did the book of Proverbs say? It said, talking about the threefold cord, it says that a house is built by wisdom, and then it is established through understanding. But it's filled or enriched or blessed through knowledge. So you need the three. You get what I'm saying? But if we're going to grow, we're going to be able to stand under. If we're going to be able to transition, if we're going to be able to make most of the moment, we need understanding. We need to understand what God is bringing to us. That's all he did in the prophetic ministry. He would show them images, Zechariah, Haggai, and all the prophets, and he was tweaking their understanding. What do you say, son of man? Am I right? It's in our Bible. So that's how we begin to open up portals in your understanding. That's how we're able to allow the spirit of revelation and wisdom and the knowledge of him to be activated in your life. That's why you got to long for understanding. Yes, the guy want to understand. Paul told Timothy, he said that Christ will give you understanding in all things. I want to have understanding in all things. I want to know every moment in my life. Now, there's some things I don't understand. You know, and I don't even try to figure out, because I believe those are the perplexities of the cross. I believe some things are not full disclosure. He don't tell us everything. If he told you everything, you wouldn't need faith. Am I right? If you do everything, can you imagine what kind of life you would have? Trouble-free zone. Am I right? Trouble-free zone. Amen. Somebody think you glow in the dark. Because you make sure you had no stretch marks. Nothing ugly happened. Come on now. But the good, the bad, and the ugly can work together on your behalf. So we need to be able to understand that. So what are you saying, Apostle? I'm telling you, the source of your gift is Him. The strength of your gift is relationship.
Yes.
Jesus needed John. There wouldn't be no Jesus without John the Baptist. Amen. Something transpired before Jesus showed up, before John showed up. Y'all looking at me funny. Y'all know the story? Remember? Somebody leave. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I right? Uh-oh. They got together, two ladies, right? And activated her prophetic words. She began to prophesy over Mary. That was Elizabeth. Prophesied over her. So before the manifestation of the promise, that the impartation was able to, they were able to connect through their relationship. Cousins connected through relationship and bore witness with what one another carried. Oh, if you got what I just said, because we want the end result in seed form. In seed form, through impartation, you can recognize these things that I'm connected, these people I'm connected to right now, that I'm newly connected to in the last 18 months, that when I talk to them in seed form, something happens, something germinates, something gets quickened, my spirit gets quickened. And it comes through relationship. I can have a conversation at Toyota with somebody, don't even know them. And we can talk as long as my car being taken care of. And after I'm done with that conversation, I don't remember nothing. Come on. Because it has no effect. But I use it to pass time. But when you really connect with somebody, every moment matters. Something happens in you. You're not just blowing smoke. There's no what I call misguided missiles. Just throwing stuff, but you get to talking to some folks. I'm not talking about nobody here, okay? I'm just saying. Sometimes I can just tell, it's just like, hey, you can hear, we got a lot of kick it. You just want to feel things. After you converse, well, at least 3 times. I mean, it's platonic 1 or 2 times, because we get to know one another. But after a while, you've been submitted here, you know my demeanors. You should already know. And that's why we need healthy relationships. And we can't abdicate our inability to develop strong spiritual relationships or healthy respect for them by basing them, which is of another order, on what I've been exposed to in past relationships. You can't filter it through it. You cannot tell me, well, I was raised, or I didn't have a daddy, or I didn't have a mom. That's a lie. A root can come out of dry ground. And that's how the enemy shut us down. The veil is shut down because what? We begin to berate a spiritual treasure. And we start bringing it down to us. And start telling ourselves, because of where I've been, I can't honor now. Y'all missed that one. Did it hit you somewhere between the eyes? Because that's what we're saying. Because of where I've been, I can't trust you now. And see, this is what we do. So we belittle relationships. And then our hearts cannot be formed enough or shaped enough to make room for other people. I long for people. I long for people to be over me. You know what I'm saying? And not in a condescending way. I'm longing for people's cup to run over.
Amen. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Amen.
Maybe I'm just too Eastern. I ain't talking about East Side. Maybe I'm just too Eastern. Honestly, I done got so infected with what discipleship is all about and what it is to be raised under someone and right relationship, right relocation. You know. And I didn't just start it, I knew it when I was gangbanging. So it left a stigma in me that I'm able to find out who had my back in the trenches. Back in the days, I knew who had my back. Today, I know who has my back. Amen? You just bring it to the cross. But God wants all of us. He don't want us to be stepchildren. He don't want us to be vagabonds. He don't want us to be bastards. He don't want us to be orphans. That's the word I'm looking for. He don't want us to be on that level. He wants us to have a sense of self-worth and a sense of dignity. It's out of relationships. Trust me. Well, yeah, I know we didn't have daddies and mamas and all the other family members in there. And they did whatever they did, and they didn't do what they should have did, and all that other stuff. Well, we got to get off that way.
Right.
Sooner or later, you got to say, you know what? I didn't have a daddy at the time. My mama didn't know what she was doing at the time. My siblings, my uncles and cousins didn't know. But you know what? Because I didn't have it, I'm not going to go any longer without it. And I know that my steps are ordered of the Lord. And I want to be able to not allow another person to experience the sense of abandonment that I went through. And you just don't fall out of the sky. You got to be intentional. You got to be deliberate. You got to walk in the face of the storm. You have to sort through things.